Hello everyone, and welcome to me, Shiva Wilson, and my campaign to legalise recreational flower in the UK. Now today, this is video number 4. So today, I've got an interesting thought experiment that I gave ChatGPT. It's about Stoner Gandhi, and I asked ChatGPT what did they think that a Stoner Gandhi, who's a passionate cannabis advocate, what would they do, this Stoner Gandhi, if they were alive? What might they do to approach cannabis law reform in the UK? So I've got the answer here from ChatGPT. It's quite in depth, and I'm going to go through it and try and be as quick as possible because there is a lot to get through here, and give my comments on it as well. I think it's quite intelligent, this ChatGPT, what they've come up with. So here we go. Gandhi's principles applied to cannabis. Non-violence. Gandhi would likely advocate for peaceful protests, civil disobedience, and open dialogue with politicians and the public. He might organise large-scale marches, sit-ins, or hunger strikes to highlight the injustice of cannabis prohibition. So that's a good idea. I hadn't thought of hunger strikes or sit-ins. Large-scale marches, they happen every now and again. So these are things these are ideas that we could be doing to help change the laws around recreational flower. I should change the word to flower, because if I keep saying the C word, my video goes down, down, down. Okay, truth and satyagraha. These are Gandhi's principles applied to recreational flower. So Gandhi would focus on educating the public about the true nature of flower, dispelling myths and promoting its potential benefits. He would argue for transparency and honesty in government policies and emphasize the need for open debate and respectful dialogue, of which we're not really having much at the moment. It's annoying. In this country, there's hardly any debate about this topic, flower topic, apart from a little bit from the Lib Dems and Greens in this current election climate. But otherwise, the Labour and Conservative Party just don't want to talk about it. And unfortunately, those are the people who have been in power, the Conservatives, and they don't want to talk about it. So Gandhi would emphasise the need for open debate and respectful dialogue about the topic. Self-reliance and Swaraj. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So Gandhi's principles applied to flower. Gandhi would encourage individuals to take responsibility for their own well-being and choices regarding flower. He might promote the cultivation of hemp for its various uses and encourage the development of a sustainable and ethical flower industry. Sounds good when you call it flower, doesn't it? Makes it sound all nice and flowery. Now we've got a bit about specific actions. Public education campaigns. Stoner Gandhi would launch nationwide educational campaigns using his charisma and influence to spread awareness about flower. He might organise public lectures, debates, and even film documentaries highlighting the historical use of flower, its medicinal properties, and the social injustices caused by prohibition. Yeah, so those are things we can do. Public education campaign. So we need to use our charisma and influence here, people, to spread awareness about flower. Because there's been a lot of misinformation in the past. Reefer Madness is one of these old prohibitionist films. So we need to spread awareness of the truth of flower. So we've got public lectures here. Public lectures, debates, film documentaries. I think there's a call for more film documentaries to be made around flower, medicinal properties, and the social injustices caused by prohibition. Okay, political pressure. Stoner Gandhi would apply pressure on politicians through public demonstrations, petitions. There's always a petition online to fill in on the government website, but it's currently at this specific time, if you check when the video was made, at this specific time the petitions are all closed because government's been dissolved for the moment before the election. Okay, so we've got petitions and lobbying efforts. He might even run for office himself to champion flower reform. Community organising. Stoner Gandhi would foster community groups and cooperatives focused on flower cultivation, consumption and education. He would emphasise the importance of social justice and equity within the flower industry. So there's a lot of that stuff goes on in America around trying to right the wrongs of prohibition in terms of social justice and equity, which we don't hear anything really about that in the UK. No one seems to care about how cannabis prohibition disproportionately, that's the word I'm looking for, disproportionately affects some people compared with others. Gandhi's style, simplicity and humility. Stoner Gandhi's approach would be grounded in simple principles, promoting open dialogue, understanding and compassion. He would strive to bridge the gap between opposing viewpoints and build consensus through peaceful means. Strength through non-violence. Stoner Gandhi, would demonstrate his unwavering commitment to peaceful resistance, emphasizing the power of love and truth over coercion and violence. So it then says at the bottom, important note, this is a fictional scenario. Stoner Gandhi's views on flower are not known, and it's important to approach this topic with respect and understanding. Yep, there we go. So lots of ideas in here for things that we could do. Peaceful protests, civil disobedience. Doesn't that just mean smoking a joint in front of a police officer or something? Civil disobedience, and saying, it is my right to smoke my own weed and grow my own and do it like that. Open dialogues with the politicians of the public. So large-scale marches, I would like to see more of those. I haven't seen any this year, no marches. Where are the marches? We need marches, people. Sit-ins, smoke-ins even. Yep, we could organise massive smoke-ins like they do at Hyde Park on 420. Hunger strikes even. That's a powerful one, isn't it? Get a load of people hunger striking whilst smoking the dope. Haven't heard it called dope for ages, to be honest. Hunger strikes to highlight the injustice of flower prohibition. Yeah. So what else have we got? Those are good ideas. Focus on educating the public. Education around the truth of flower is helpful. Nationwide educational campaigns, public lectures, debates, film documentaries, petitions, lobbying efforts. Yeah, very good. So that's all from ChatGPT. And remember, these videos are all about legalizing recreational flower in the UK. I've been Shiva Wilson. Thanks very much for watching and listening. Please comment down below on what you think about the Stoner Gandhi ChatGPT response. And let's see if we can do some of these things. Marches, sit-ins, hunger strikes. It boggles the mind, people. Stoner Gandhi.